It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Atlanta Hawks. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. To Durant. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Here comes the screen. From long range, his first effort off the mark. Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And a nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Kevin Huerter at the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Into the front court, it's Irving. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Durant to Irving. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Here comes the screen. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. For 3. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First free throw is good.
Shot, bro.
It's the second. One more coming. Three for 3. Nice. KD with the rock. To Beasley. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way.
Hey, lock up.
Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. To Trae Young. For 3. Trae Young bothered just enough there. Irving into the front court. They're down 3. From the outside, no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Nothing going here on that drive. Durant. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. To Durant. And throws it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Hawks have it. Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. To Irving. Kyrie Irving, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Here comes the screen. Flushes it home. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
To Durant. Here comes the screen. Irving to Durant. Lets it fly from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Trae Young. Deep right corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he burns them.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Surveys the floor. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Screen coming. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website for more details.
Substitution being made in this one. Drive here, but the shot stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Clint Capella, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Irving with the basketball. Now down 6. Hawks with the basketball. To Kevin Huerter. Here comes the screen. 5 seconds to shoot. Has a look. And scores.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Kyrie across the timeline. Down 8. Clint Capella rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nets. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Irving to Jordan. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Nothing going here on that drive. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Brooklyn secures the rebound. Here's Irving into the front court. Margins 8. To Beasley. Kyrie Irving. 3 for 6 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Irving. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more
NBA Season
frustrating
8
as a shooter to get
2020
overlooked and
games and
not see the ball
highlights
go in.
coming up
But
next.
if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. To Trae Young. Five on the shot clock. Rondo to the basket, but he can't finish.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Irving. Now a steal by Atlanta. To Trae Young. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Allen Crabbe. first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Trailing by 11. That pass stolen by the Hawks. Nothing going here on that drive. To Trae Young. Good look that time, but off the mark. Irving into the front court. Down 11. Screen coming. Irving to Davis. Down low. Over to the right side. To Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc.
NBA Season 8 2020 matchups coming up next. Washington Wizards 0-5 Minnesota Timberwolves 2-2.
Kyrie with the rock. Sizing up the defense. To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie. That's no good.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Deep three at the buzzer. We played a quarter of basketball here on New Year's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Done. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving is Rondo, but a shot won't fall. Shot misses there by Allen.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Irving to Dinwiddie. Count it. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Gets it in the left corner. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Rondo's shot won't go down. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. No good and no foul.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Here comes the screen. Has a look. Rondo off the mark. Irving with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Allen Crabbe. To Irving. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. It's Atlanta ball. To Kent Bazemore. Dunn to Kent Bazemore. 5 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys trail by 13. Oh, you've got to get that one to go. Alex Len with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Trailing by 15. Fires the three. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Chris Dunn. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. Rondo. That's rebounded by Brooklyn. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Down 12. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant. Now a steal by Atlanta.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Dinwiddie in the
Happy
front
New
court.
Year.
Down a dozen. That pass stolen by the Hawks. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Spencer Dinwiddie at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw good. A three-point play. And they're back within single digits. Down by 9. Here's Atlanta. To Kent Bazemore. Calls out of bounds. Off Kent Bazemore. Durant across the timeline. 9-point margin. Dinwiddie guarded by Clint Capella. Durant. Now a steal by Atlanta. To Kent Bazemore. That's rebounded by Beasley. It's done with the rebound. To Capella. Clint Capella. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Five to shoot for Atlanta. Has a chance. Shot by Dunn, no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Durant. Capella's on him. No good. To Chris Dunn. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. Here's Atlanta with the basketball. Trae Young to Chris Dunn. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Offensive rebound, grabs his own miss, and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Durant against Clint Capella. To Beasley. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. DeAndre Jordan pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Dinwiddie guarded by Clint Capella. Down low Durant. To Beasley. Down to 5 on the 24. Here's Durant for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Trae Young to Chris Dunn. The pass set it all up.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Kevin Durant has it. He gets it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Number 35, Kevin Durant.
To Capella. Dunn shot that misses. To Durant. Here's a chance from long range. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Trae Young to Chris Dunn. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good. Dinwiddie with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. Durant. Capella's on him. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
For Atlanta, number 20, John Collins. Subbing in for the Brooklyn Nets, number 51, Torian Prince.
To Durant. Has a look. Kevin Durant not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Trae Young to Chris Dunn. Trae Young to Chris Dunn. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. Trying to cash in, and he buries it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Jordan. Durant to Dinwiddie. They'll get it to Durant. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
To Kevin Huerter. And count the basket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Nothing going here on that drive. First half in the books. The Hawks with the lead.
The NBA Season 8 2020 matchups coming up next. Chicago Bulls 2-3, Milwaukee Bucks 2-3.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Hawks are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Bench points.
The Brooklyn Nets were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
NBA Season 8 2020 matchups coming up next. Los Angeles Lakers 3-2, San Antonio Spurs 2-2.
He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
It's the Hawks with the basketball. Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. Takes stock of the floor. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Oh, he had it.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
To Trae Young. To Ken Bazemore. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. Here comes the screen. From long range, Trae Young bothered just enough there. Irving brings the ball up court. To Durant. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Nothing going here on that drive. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys down 11. For three. Off the mark. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. To Trae Young. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving.
Here we go. Here we go.
To Durant. Probing the defense. To Jordan. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Looking good. 4 for 5.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Durant. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Kyrie across the timeline, trailing by 11. Beasley to Durant. Beasley to Durant. Has a chance. Knocks it down off the step back.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
To Ken Bazemore. Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Not that time. The follow won't go either. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Now a steal by Atlanta.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. 4-3. Huerter can't connect that time. Here's Irving into the front court. His guys down by 9. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Short jumper off the mark. Into the front court, it's Irving. His team down 9. To Durant. Second effort. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's now 5 for 6.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Stepping in for the Nets, number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 1.
Rajon Rondo, couple of free throws on the way. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. First one, count it. Two for 2 on that trip. Brooklyn with the basketball. Irving to Dinwiddie. Lets it fly from long range. He's got it for 3.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Up by 6. To Kevin Huerter. Not today.
And if I'm on the defensive end, this is where I apply more pressure. I want to make sure this guy does not get going in the second half.
And finishes strong. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Got to be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Rondo into the front court. Leads 4 to Kent Bazemore. Here comes the screen. Bazemore defended by Kevin Durant. Calls out of bounds off Kent Bazemore. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Brooklyn.
Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Jordan to Dinwiddie. To Jordan, down low. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Rondo with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Kevin Huerter. Screen coming. To Chris Dunn. Step back jumper. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Jordan. To Dinwiddie. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Here's Rondo with it. They lead it, 4-point game. To Kevin Huerter. Screen coming. To Chris Dunn. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. Shot by Dunn, no good. Dinwiddie into the front court. Down 4. To Allen Crabbe. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Dinwiddie shot, no good. The follow won't go either. Into front court comes Rondo. Looking to make something happen. To Chris Dunn. Cleans the offensive glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Here comes the screen. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Spencer Dinwiddie at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Nope, first one does not go.
Number 25, Alex Len. Subbing in for the Brooklyn Nets, number 31, Jared Allen.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. And look out. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Done. Short jumper off the mark. To Dinwiddie. That pass stolen by the Hawks. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Nets have it. To Jordan. Hawks have the rebound. Rondo into the front court. They can get it 2 for 1 if they hurry. And strokes it.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Dinwiddie into the front court. 9-point margin. have the board. 3 quarters down, and the Hawks with the lead. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Hawks have it. Trae Young over to the right side. Dwayne Dedmon with the 2.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Down 11. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Not that time. To Irving. Rebound claimed by the Hawks. Trae Young. To Kevin Huerter. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Trae Young. Nothing going here on that drive. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Goes to the right side. Has a chance. Rondo shot won't go down. Irving into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. To Allen Crabbe. Hawks with the basketball. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Kevin Huerter has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First try at the line, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Dinwiddie into the front court. 14-point deficit. Here comes the screen. To Davis. Not that time. It's Atlanta ball. To Ken Bazemore. Probing the defense. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Rondo. That one off the mark. It's no good. Irving with the basketball. Trailing by 14. To Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go down. To Kent Bazemore. Screen coming. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Rondo with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Popped out. To Kent Bazemore. Gets it in the right corner. To Kevin Huerter. Scores from the post.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Durant for 2. Rebound hauled in by Atlanta. Here's Rondo with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. To Kevin Huerter. To Kent Bazemore. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Rondo. And the rebound gathered in by Davis. Kyrie with the rock to Dinwiddie. Ed Davis to Irving. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Kent Bazemore. Here comes the screen. Rondo, tough matchup against Durant. Down to 5 on the 24. To Kevin Huerter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Huerter can't connect that time. Durant across the timeline. Down a bundle. Irving to Dinwiddie. Fires the 3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Kevin Huerter. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. To Davis. Nice pass to get things going.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Entering the game for Brooklyn, number 20, DeAndre Jordan.
To Kevin Huerter. To Capella. Kevin Durant able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here's a chance from long range. Dinwiddie with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Cruises inside for two.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Up a dozen. To Capella. And it's Jordan there to handle the rebound. To Durant. From the outside, no good. To Kevin Huerter. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. Has a look. Not that time, and not his shot.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
To Durant. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Rises for the slam.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Jordan. Nothing going here on that drive. Rebounded by Capella.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whoop, that's a scary thing to watch.
To Durant. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
Presentation in his or her honor. Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Fires the three. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Irving. No, I missed a short one there. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Nets have the basketball. Durant to Beasley. From long range, he'll take that any day.
As a shooter, your hands always have to be ready. Ready, meaning that your hands are always providing a target to the passer for an easy catch and shoot.
Deep left corner. To Trae Young. Trying to cash in. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Trae Young, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds.
Today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
To Irving. Durant, guarded by Clint Capella. To Irving. Gets a shot up off the mark. The Hawks are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks did what great teams do best, finish. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Atlanta Hawks. When you have a look at these highlights, you can see how this team wasn't able to get it together. It was definitely a frustrating loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game. This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.